Arjun always believed that love wasn't something you fought for, it was something you nurtured. For 8 years, he and Meera had shared a life so gentle, so perfectly woven, that even silence between them felt warm. Every morning, she would leave a kiss on his cheek before heading to work, and every night, she would fall asleep with her head on his shoulder, whispering dreams only he seemed to understand. But love stories rarely warn you when they begin to rust. It started with little things. A missed call here. A half-finished conversation there. A smile that didn't reach her eyes. Arjun noticed. People in love always notice first. One evening, Meera told him, "I'll be late today. New project deadline." She smiled, hurried, and disappeared out the door. He believed her, because trust was something he had never been taught to doubt. But at 11 p.m., when she still hadn't returned, the house began to feel different. Too quiet. Too cold. Too aware. Her phone was off. Her messages left unread. And in that suffocating silence, Arjun felt the first crack inside his chest. He drove to her office, hoping, praying, she'd simply fallen asleep at her desk. But the security guard looked at him with mild confusion. "Sir, she left at 7. The words echoed through him like a whisper sharpened into a knife. Arjun drove without thinking, instincts guiding him faster than logic could. He followed the route Meera usually took home until a familiar cafe light caught his eye. And there she was. Not alone. Sitting opposite another man, Raghav, her colleague. His fingers resting over hers. Her smile soft, effortless, the kind she had stopped giving Arjun months ago. Arjun didn't storm in. He didn't shout or break, or rage like dramatic movies taught men to. He simply watched. Watched the woman he loved lean in and whisper something that made another man laugh. Watched her eyes sparkle, eyes that had turned dull every time she looked at him recently. Watched her live a moment where he no longer existed. He felt his heart folding into itself, delicate and tragic, like paper drowning in rain. When she finally came home past midnight, Meera looked surprised to see him awake. "You didn't have to wait," she said casually, removing her earrings. Arjun nodded. "How was the project?" She froze. Just for a second. But that's all it takes for truth to reveal itself. Silence filled the room. Heavy, thick, undeniable. "Arjun," she whispered, eyes glistening with guilt. I didn't mean for any of this to happen." He didn't ask who. He didn't ask why. He didn't ask when. He only asked softly, "Did you love him?" Her tears fell before her answer did. "No, but I loved the way he made me feel." It was the most honest thing she had said in months. Arjun felt something inside him finally exhale, the end of a story he hadn't realized they were writing separately for a long time. He stood up, walked to the door, and paused. "You could have told me," he said. "I would have fought for us." She broke then completely. "I didn't want you to fight. I wanted to escape." Those words were the final cut. Arjun didn't shout. He didn't argue. He simply walked out into the night, letting the cold air carry away a love that no longer belonged to him. And for the first time in years, he felt something he had forgotten how to feel. Freedom. Not the kind born from victory, but the kind that rises from heartbreak. Soft, painful, necessary. Behind him, Meera collapsed onto the floor, holding the pieces of the life she thought she could replace, but suddenly realized she could never rebuild. Sometimes cheating doesn't end loudly. Sometimes it ends quietly, with two people realizing they were lost long before they were unfaithful. And sometimes, letting go is the only way love learns to breathe again.